Sorry if I'm making like too many videos, based off of this person's comment. In regards to this person, I can't wait to talk to you on Friday. Please come on my live. You're welcome to. I love to learn and I love to do research as well. I do want to make a video on this. Sorry about the background noise. I do live with my parents and like family and stuff. People often say this, like the apostles who wrote about Jesus or spoke about Jesus, they wouldn't die or unalive for something that they knew to be a lie. I agree. If somebody knew something to be a lie, why would I give my life for something that's like immoral or a lie? But the thing is, people can die and unalive for things that are things that they believe to be true but aren't necessarily true. People can die being deceived. There are definitely people who are going to die or like pass away believing that the earth is flat. Even in 2024, with all the mathematics and science that we've done to demonstrate that the earth is spherical, or at least it would make the most sense for the earth to be spherical, along with you know, our space adventures and all the times that we've, you know, sent satellites into space and astronauts into space. In regards to like other examples of moments in history where people have died for things that were a lie, a popular example I like to use is the Jim Jones example, where he basically was a cult leader and he got a bunch of people to believe in what he was saying about like the afterlife, and you had a incredibly massive group or number of people who drank cyanide poisoning and killed themselves or unalived themselves, thinking that they were going to meet God and they were going to like make it into heaven. And they essentially died for something that they believed to be true, but we now know wasn't really truthful and wasn't really a true reflection of reality or the afterlife. Another example of this could be like the Heaven's Gate cult. This was a cult that was known for wearing the black Nike shoes, and they all ended up committing self-harm and unalivement. I'm not sure what I can say on TikTok, so you're gonna hear me saying unalive a lot, but they self-unalived, believing that they were going to like make it into heaven, or, you know, believing in their own religion too. But now we know that this was a cult and this wasn't true, right? So people can like, you know, die for things that they believe to be true but aren't really true. But yeah, again, just because people believe something to be true and they die for it doesn't mean that it's necessarily true, and people can die for things that aren't true. They believe it to be true. Of course, somebody wouldn't die for a lie. The previous examples are unfortunate examples, but this is the reason why it's very good to be skeptical and be very thorough when seeking the truth. And yeah.